Hola, hola y bienvenidos a otro episodio de
Voces
Voces
Latinas.
Hola a todos y bueno, bienvenidos otra vez más a otro episodio de Voces Latinas y feliz y bendecido jueves para los que se encuentran en el jueves y feliz y bendecido viernes para los que ya están en el viernes. Y bueno, vamos a ver cuál es nuestro tema del día de hoy.
Nuestro tema del día de hoy es Why Your Inner Circle Influencer Your Success More Than You Think.
Gracias, Jessie. Así que eso es nuestro tema del día de hoy. Pero antes de empezar, vamos a introducirnos. Hola a todos, mi nombre es Sandy, soy originaria de Panamá, pero resido en la ciudad de Surrey, Columbia Británica, Canadá. Trabajo en la industria del cine y también soy una emprendedora digital y mentora.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Mónica Dewitt, vivo en la ciudad de Surrey, Canadá. Soy asistente educativa y madre de un niño y también soy empresaria digital.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by profession. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm originally from Cuba. I also have my business online and I'm a mentor at the same time.
Gracias, Jessie. Bueno, ahora vamos a empezar con nuestro tema del día de hoy.
And in Latin Voices, we're going to talk about why your inner circle influences your success more than you think.
Thank you, Jessie. Sorry, I was talking in Spanish.
Me too. Sorry.
So welcome back, everyone, and happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday, and happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday. So thank you so much for joining us today. You know, this week we have been talking about the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who encourage growth. So today we'd like to think about one simple question. Who are the people that influence your thinking the most? And that is, our inner circle. Our inner circle doesn't just affect our social life, but it also shapes our confidence, our perspective, our habits, and ultimately the direction we choose to take. So today, let's explore 4 principles that can help us intentional build relationships that support personal growth and positive change. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
Yes, today's point number 1, your inner circle influences your mindset. Point number 2, healthy communities create more opportunities. And point number 3, be the kind of person others want in their inner circle.
Yes, thank you, Monica. Yes, so those are the points we're going to be talking today. So let's dive into our first point.
Our first point is your inner circle influences your mindset. So have you ever noticed that the people you spend the most time with influence the way you think? So when I started this digital business, not everyone understood why I was doing it. Some people focus on the risk and the reasons it might not work for me. I had a choice: listen to the doubts around me or learn from people who had already achieved the kind of life I wanted to build. I chose to surround myself with people who believe in growth, encourage me to keep going, and remind me that success doesn't happen overnight. Their conversations help me stop focusing on obstacles and start looking for solutions. The truth is, the words we hear every day shape our beliefs. If we are constantly surrounded by negativity, it's easy to doubt yourself. But when you are around people who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in your potential, your mindset begins to change or begins to grow. Take a moment to think about your own inner circle. Are the people around you helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Remember, the people around you often influence the way you see yourself and your future. Choose relationships that encourage growth rather than limitations.
Thank you, Monica. So, Monica, talk about your inner circle influences your mindset. And just like Monica mentioned, so those, the relationships that encourage growth, possibility, and learning, because, the people that is around us, help us shape the way you see yourself and also the way that you see the future. So that's why, your inner circle influence your mindset. All right, so now let's move on to the next point.
So our next point is healthy community create more opportunity. The people you surround yourself, we have a power impact on your life, and they influence the way that you think, the standards you set on life, and even the opportunities you believe they are possible for you. A healthy community doesn't share you on, it challenges you to become better. When you surround by people who are learning, growing and encouraging one and another, you begin to see possibilities you may have never seen on your own. You know, you hear new ideas, you gain a different perspective, you build meaningful relationships. And sometimes um, that make a big difference in your life. You start asking yourself, is this possible? Like, can I make this happen? And you build meaningful relationships. And sometimes the opportunity that change your life doesn't come from for one luck. It comes from being connected to the right people. I learned that growth is rarely a solo journey. We all need people who inspire us, support us, and remind us of what's possible when we keep moving forward. So ask yourself, are the people around me helping me to grow, or are they keeping me comfortable? So, choose to spend time in community that encourage your learning, your positive thinking, and your personal growth. Because when you grow together, you create opportunity together. So this is the main thing, because the right environment and the right people can help you to see the future that is bigger than the one that you imagine for yourself. So be intentional about joining community that encourage your learning and your collaboration.
Mhm.
Thank you, Jesse. So Jesse talk about healthy communities create more opportunity, just like Jesse mentioned, and that is because learning, collaborating, and growing with others help us, gain those new perspectives. Also, help us develop those new skills and also discover those possibilities that we might not find it alone. So when we are in a community, then we are able to see further than if we do it by ourselves. Okay, so now let's move on to the next point. So be the kind of person others want in their inner circle. When we think about building strong relationships, it's natural to ask, who do I want in my inner circle? But an equally important question is, am I becoming the kind of person others want in theirs? So it's not only about you being in a healthy environment, but also, you be that extra person, that is helping um, to see possibilities, to believe in themselves. So the strongest relationships are built on trust, respect, consistency. And they're not based on being perfect. They're based on building by showing up, listening with genuine interest, and also celebrating other people's progress and being willing to encourage them through both successes and challenges. Because sometimes the greatest way we can lead is simply by being dependable, kind, and serving others with integrity. You know, I learned this throughout my own journey during my 25 plus years in the film industry. And now, while building my digital business, I realized that success is never just about knowledge or skills. It's also about how we treat people. And as I learn new skills, hostel live shows, and mentor others, I try to be someone who listens, who shares what I've learned, and encourage people to keep growing. I discovered that when we genuinely care about helping others succeed, we also build strong, more meaningful relationships. So I believe all of us have that opportunity every day, whether it's with our family, our friends, our colleagues, or the community. The example we set through our attitude, integrity, and consistency influences those people around us. So we may never fully realize how much one encouraging conversation or one act of kindness or one moment of support can impact someone's life. So as today's reflection reminds us, the stronger relationships are built by people who choose to add value to others. So here's the message for you guys. Become the kind of friend, leader, and teammate you hope to find in others, because the example you set through your integrity, encouragement, and consistency will inspire stronger relationships and create a positive influence wherever you go. Okay, so now let's find out what is our key takeaway for this topic.
So, our key takeaway from today's topic. Today's conversation remind us that success is rarely achieved alone. You know, the people we spend time with influence our thinking, our think influence decision. You know, and our decision to shape our future. Take a moment this week to reflect on your inner circle. Start asking yourself, who encouraged me to grow, who inspired me to keep learning, and how can I become a source of encouragement to support someone else? Because when we intentionally build healthy relationship, we create an environment where everyone has the opportunity to grow.
Thank you, Jessie. So that was the key takeaway for our topic. And now let's see what is our action for the audience.
So this week, reach out to someone who has positively influenced your life. Thank them, reconnect with them, or encourage someone else who may need support today. Small conversations all often create lasting impact.
Thank you, Monica. So that's our action for the audience today. So we have arrived to the end of our lives. So we hope so that what we shared today, why your inner circle influences your success more than you think, will help you to have a wider perspective on how can you help those people that that walk with you. So remember, the people you choose to walk with and the person you choose to become will shape your mindset, will strengthen your character, and also will open doors to growth. So build relationships that inspire you to learn, that inspire you to encourage others, and also that help you to become the best version of yourself. So that's for that topic. So now let's find out what is our topic for next Thursday.
All right, mi gente. So next, remember, we have Latin Voices every Thursday. So connect with us next Thursday, and we will be talking about why lifelong learning opens door to new opportunities. So we see you next Thursday.
Thank you, Jessie. So that's our topic for next Thursday. So it will be a conversation about curiosity, adaptability, continuous learning, and why investing in personal growth prepare us for the opportunities for tomorrow. So that's the end of our live. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our community, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday, and a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you for being here with us today, and we'll see you again in our next episode of the Latin.
Latin
Voice.
Voices. Adios, mi gente. Have a good day.
Bye bye.
Bye.